What's up, YouTube? So today, and I know I'm a mess, I'm nasty, I'm sweaty. I just got the car pushed out and fixed up. But I figured I'd bring you guys on this journey of learning how to weld. So I've been wanting to learn how to weld for a long time, really ever since I started fabricating and modifying cars. Just hasn't been priority list. You know, I got Jason and Bailey and guys that support me with racing and fixing the car and everything. But there comes a time that you just want to be able to fix stuff yourself. You want to be able to maybe make brackets or make a little catch can or, you know, just small stuff. And I mean, the better you get, I'm sure you can do bigger stuff. But for now, it's just going to be learning how to TIG weld stainless and aluminum. So that way I can fix like cracks, fix stuff that breaks, fill in holes, tap, drill, just the little stuff that I can do here in my garage. Any like really large projects, you know, I'll probably still have to use Jason or Bailey, but it's just getting to the point where like, it'd be really nice to have a welder. Not only that, but it's really nice to have a welder, period. Around the house, stuff breaks, you can weld stuff up, make stuff, fabricate stuff. So I did a lot of research. I mean, I looked at tons of different brands, including Harbor Freight, including this expensive stuff. Now, I didn't go out and get the fanciest, most expensive Miller, Hobart stuff. I don't need it. I'm a hobbyist welder. I'm not gonna be welding nonstop for 12 hours a day. So I just wanted something budget friendly, and primeweld that hit the spot. Lots of great reviews, lots of people support primeweld, great customer service. I actually called and talked to them myself. They gave me a great discount, being a military veteran and everything, which I was pretty blown away with the discount they gave me. Super helpful guys, and they said, you need anything, you just call us. 3-year warranty, and I heard even after the warranty, they will still support you, cut you breaks if you know the machine needs rebuild or needs something. Really, really good company to deal with. So we got the 225X primeweld TIG welder. It works off of 110 and 220. I only have 110 at the moment, but my dad's gonna come over at some point and we're gonna do 220. But for the majority of the stuff that I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna need a lot of amps. Probably 110 will be fine, but I want 220 just in case, you know, got some big stuff or a buddy or a family member has some big stuff and they're like, hey, you'd be able to weld this up for me. I wanna have the power that the machine can produce. So we're gonna open this up. I'm gonna start to like set up my bench back here. So this was, I kind of made this so when I did my transmission, I had some metal to deal with. Makes it so much easier to wipe oil and transmission fluid off. So this is gonna be temporary, my weld area for now. Eventually I might build a table, maybe build more of a weld table and maybe replace this whole setup, maybe make it a little longer. But for now, this will do. This is a galvanized steel top, which will work for now. And I can always ground the part myself too. But like I said, I've been looking at tons of videos, trying to learn how to AC, DC weld. And I think I kind of have a grasp of everything. And now it's just gonna be learning how to weld. So I'm gonna open this up and get everything kind of placed around. I feel like a professional welder now. Got my helmet, got my gloves, got everything. So I started messing around a little bit. So I got my welder fired up. Got this cool little cart, this Harbor Freight cart, and I got my gas going here. So primeweld comes with a really nice CK17 torch, a couple of different guys there. Comes with a really nice flow meter. I might upgrade the ground strap at some point, but I was messing around a little bit. Actually, I was messing around a lot. So there's some aluminum I was doing. A little hot. Here's some fills that I was doing. So there's like a channel. I was trying to fill it up. Over here I tried, wasn't really working, and then I finally got it. These are early welds there, pretty messy. But yeah. And I dipped right there, as you can tell. I just sharpened my tungsten again. But we're getting there. I also had an old piston from a customer, and it had oil squirters on the one side, and I decided to see if I could fill it in. And I filled it in. I actually did a pretty decent job with that. I was actually impressed. So yeah, pistons are a nice little piece to to try your weld skills on. So super nice welder, primeweld 225X. Comes with standard grounds connections. Has a really nice foot pedal. I know there's a lot of knobs on here, but if you're on 2T, which runs the foot pedal, you don't have to worry about start current, up slope, down slope, or end current. You really only have to worry about your main amps, which is right there. Now I'm only on 110 right now. I will have 220 eventually. And then it also has the pulse feature, which I haven't even tried yet. I might mess around with it, but it has a pulse feature. And then here's your pre-flow and post-flow of your gas, which is really important, keeping your tungsten alive and stuff. Make sure your post-flow is turned up, and for stainless, it's super important. I have not tried the pulse yet. I might try it and see how it works. But yeah, so pretty cool little machine here. Guys, so I just tacked this little corner guy. As you can see, a little tack there, a little tack there. And now I'm gonna try to weld this corner. It's pretty much 90 degree, close to. I'm just gonna set it up like that and try to run a bead. See if I can get a decent bead down that corner there. We'll see. All right, it's a little hot, as you can see, but not too bad. A little holy. And then I went ahead and did the inside as well. Not too bad for somebody that just started welding aluminum today. So yep, that's got a lot of practice. Try to improve. All right, so I've been playing around, made a little box, and I've been welding on it. So those are pretty decent aluminum welds, and this is super thin, 1/16 aluminum. Just doing some practice runs there. This was a pretty good run as well. Welded two pieces together. Now that's eighth inch, and then did some fillets, which look pretty ugly. That one's okay, but I want to get some bigger filler rod. I was having trouble getting filler in there, so I want to get some bigger filler. But today, I got a little round piece that's going to mimic like a bung, and I'm going to see if I can get a clean weld. So this is mimicking, you know, a flat piece, whether it's a valve cover, whatever, and it's also really thin. I just want to see if I can work around the edges. It's very, very hard to do. So let's see what I can get done here. All right, first attempt. That thing was so small. As soon as I started putting heat on it, it just fell apart. So there was just, I had too much heat, absolutely destroyed it. So I cut a larger chunk, turned my heat down. Look at that. A little tricky. It's my first time doing a rounded area. This is 16th. This is a little thicker, but this stuff melted really fast. So I don't know if it's a different type of aluminum. And I had to focus my heat on the base plate because this stuff was just melting quick. So most of my heat was on the base plate, but this is actually thicker aluminum, but it might just be a softer aluminum, but not bad. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my tube that I welded on, and I'm gonna take this big tube, I'm gonna try to tack it and weld it. See, that's how it goes. All right, check it out. Not too shabby. I mean, I'm not no pro, that's for dang sure. It's welded. Ain't going nowhere. I mean, it's on there. Just gotta get my consistency right. Obviously, going around a circle is very difficult. That's for dang sure. All right, decided to do some piping, and I was playing with different hertz settings. A little lumpy, but right from there to like there, I was running a tighter hertz. Seemed to help a lot. This would be Jason Schmuck or Jordan's, super nice. This was like day 2, just globbing stuff on, so I'm improving for sure. But this This right here takes years and years and years to look like that. All right, we're just out here running some beads, different settings, different gas settings. So this last one was pretty low hertz. This was high hertz. This was like 200. Then I went to like 120, and this is like, I don't know, 60 maybe. So just trying to get an idea on what I like. And this is 1/8 inch material, but not too bad, not too bad. So I went out and got this little flow meter. They call it a pea shooter, because I was seeing on Primeweld's Facebook page that they were having issues with the regulator reading low. So after I checked it, and it was 10 CFM low. So I upped it to +10 over the regulator, and this is the weld that I got. A massive improvement. Bruh, I got you. Weld this little post guy onto a radiator. All right, another one. Pretty decent. She's in there, she's penetrated. It's not moving. Not bad, not bad. Just did another butt joint. It's a little cold. And over here, I was trying to do some fill in. A little cold, probably could have gone a little hotter. But 2 1/16 plate aluminum. Testing my finesse. Look at that, baby. Woo-wee! Man, starting to feel this a little bit. That was the old end, so I just flipped it. That was my first pass. And the second pass. I like that a lot more. All right, so on my car, I have one of these motor mounts completely stripped out. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drill this way down, make a cone shape so I can weld all of it back up. That's the plan. All right, so there you can see our cone that we had to make. So the hardest part is gonna be getting down inside there to start working the weld up. So we'll see what we can do. All right, so after some welding and some grinding, I think we have something there. This top doesn't really matter, it doesn't have to be flat, but I got that as flat as I could with a flat disc. A couple of little voids in there still. I could go in there, weld those areas up, make it a little flatter, make it really like perfect. But I mean, looks pretty good. All right, so I went ahead and put a mount on, bolted it up, so that way I could find my center, and then I just scribed the outside, and we just gotta find our center and drill our hole. So there we have it, guys. Fresh threads. But I messed up and went too big. I don't even have a bolt that fits it because I went bigger than what I should have. So I'm just an idiot, and I won't make that mistake on my block. But yeah, I mean, it's threaded, it's good repair. Not bad for my first time. All right, for my next little project, got a little piece of scrap from work. It's got a little clamp. I'm gonna clamp it to the side here, and I'm gonna weld this little round tube to the end, so that way the round tube sits on the end, and I can put my torch in there. See, a lot of guys have like torch holders and stuff. Well, I'm gonna make a free one. So I'm gonna weld this to that block. And boom, she's welded. Torch holder, easy peasy. Now I can easily, throw my torch in there. And then when I'm getting ready, there all I gotta do is just pick it up, boom, ready to go. That easy. Free torch holder. Here's my dog wondering why I'm spying on her at work. All in all, it's just going to take time under the torch and just practice. And I'd like to learn aluminum because that's majority of what we do for automotive is a lot of aluminum stuff. So I'm gonna keep at it. Maybe in a couple weeks, if I'm able to maybe build a little something, I'll bring you guys in. But that's pretty much gonna do it, guys. Let me know if you want to see anything. Comment, like, subscribe, like we're watching. All right, catch you later. See you.